after. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Grace, Peace, and Balance podcast by Gabi Abdelkadir. This is episode 95, and I have an incredible guest for you today. His name is Raul Marin. I'll be reading his bio, short, very, very short bio for him. And I will be posting his bio and social media links both on Podbean and YouTube for anyone who wants to get in touch with him. And here we go. Raul Marin is currently the Senior Manager of Online Learning at LCMC, which stands for Literacy Council of Montgomery County. He has worked in education for 15 plus years. He is also an entrepreneur running his DJ business for 15 plus years and has started to incorporate photography. Raul is an aspiring poet. He is a writer and will be releasing his poetry book this spring. I can't wait for that. In addition, this summer, he'll be launching a podcast focused on personal growth. I have all his links that I will be sharing. So for anybody, I highly recommend that you get in touch with him. So Raul, welcome to my podcast.
Thank you so much, Gabi. It is an honor and a blessing to be here to spend this time with you and your listeners. I'm ready to have a good time.
Okay, cool. So Raul, I know that you are a lot more than what your bio that I just read right now. I know you are a lot more than that. Talk to me though about you growing up.
Well, I was born on a day like today, very cold outside.
Are you like a January guy as well? Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I forgot.
January 12th to be exact.
Okay.
So I was born on a day like today, very cold at 2 in the morning. I was born and raised in Maryland, and so I've been a Marylander all my life.
Okay.
And I'm the only son of 4. So I was all my life. It's been my father, me, my mother, and 3 sisters.
3 sisters. Are they older? Were they older or like they're younger?
I'm in the middle, so 2 older and 1 younger.
Okay. So did you have trouble with them fighting and all that, or you were okay?
We'd have the traditional, I guess, normal, fighting and quarreling between me and my younger sister.
Okay. Oh, that is cute. Okay.
But and I think we still compete with each other to this day.
Oh.
About who's taller.
Okay. That is cute.
Little sibling rivalry thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I just couldn't be more blessed to be raised with a wonderful mother and 3 sisters. Both my parents are from El Salvador.
From El Salvador?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, that I didn't know. Okay.
And culturally speaking, I grew up speaking Spanish at home because my mother said, this is part of who you are.
Yeah.
You can never forget that. So
Agreed.
I want you to promise me that when we're at home, you will speak Spanish.
Uh-huh. So are you doing that?
We had to shake on it and everything. It's like, you're going to promise me that you will speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Because I was growing up and I started to speak more English than Spanish.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And I think right around when I was 7 or 8 years old, that's when she said, no more. Mm-hmm. So I grew up speaking Spanish at home all my life.
Okay.
And speaking English, at school and whenever I wasn't home. Mm-hmm. And that's why I think a lot of people just marvel at my Spanish because I don't have the traditional Salvadoran accent when I speak Spanish, and they're like, "Where are you from?" Like, it's intriguing.
I know. Oh.
To be, part of both cultures.
It's nice. So you're fluent now. You can read and write in Spanish and everything.
Oh yes. It's that was also a big part of my educational experience. I really had a passion for, I still do, which is why I'm an aspiring poet and writer. Mm-hmm. I've always loved writing so much that I really wanted to be a print journalist. I wanted to write about sports and entertainment and anything and everything because it's like, for me, it was like, it has no boundaries, no limits. Just give me something to write and I'll write it.
Yeah.
And so I really wanted to be a journalist. And I applied for the University of Maryland's journalism program, which I think to this day continues to be what they call a limited enrollment program, because it's very competitive.
Okay, yeah.
And they put you through what they call this class called journalism boot camp. And I passed it, but it still wasn't enough for me to be accepted into the College of Journalism. And so when I failed to reach that goal, I remember that my advisor was saying, I always recommend to my students that they have a plan B. Did you have a plan B? And of course I said no, because I dreamed and I was convinced that I would be in that program. And so, I honestly did not have a plan B. So we had this conversation about, well, what made you want to be a journalist? And I said, I just love to write. It's like, I can write in my sleep. I love writing. And so he asked me, have you ever thought about literature?
Nice.
Said, honestly, no, but I am intrigued.
Yeah, exactly.
We have a huge, literature program here. And so I chose to focus on Latin American literature.
Nice.
And as you know, I mean, in any language, literature is a big deal.
Yeah.
And so it was hard to study, such giants of Spanish literature. I just remember, I remember just seeing the library as my second home, because I'd go to take classes in the mornings, work at night, go back to the library because I had to type my 10 to 15 page paper on, whatever book we were studying at the time.
Determination. You were determined to do it.
Yes. And I remember calling my mom because she wanted to make sure that I wouldn't fall asleep, because I was studying and working all day and then going back to type a paper. Because when I was at home, I was always tempted to turn the TV on, or, I wouldn't be able to focus. So she said, call me when you leave the library so that I know that you're on the way. As early, or text me as early as it may be. I just want to make sure that you get home, because I know you're tired. And there were times where I wouldn't make it.
What do you mean you wouldn't make it?
Like, I wouldn't even go home.
Where do you go?
I would literally stay in the library the whole night, because the library was open for anybody who wanted to work.
To stay, yeah. So what do you do? Like, do you sleep on the desk? Like, how? No,
that was the only catch. They would never let you sleep in the library.
No way.
You could stay as long as you wanted to, but the minute somebody saw you sleeping, and because there were security guards going around all the time, making their rounds to check who was sleeping. So if they caught you sleeping, you had to go.
So how do you go the next morning? You have to go to school, or you have to go?
That was my fantastic introduction to coffee.
Okay, coffee. I am a coffee addict, if I may. Yeah, I love coffee. Anyway, okay, yeah.
At that point, I had never really been a coffee or tea drinker. It never, piqued my interest. But I was like, I have no other choice. Like, my eyes feel like bowling balls. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
And so that got me into coffee.
Oh my goodness. So you did all that, you finished, and then what do you do with it now? With all the training and all the research that you were doing, the papers you were writing, what are you doing with it right now?
That brought me into the wonderful career that is education. Because, while I was at University of Maryland completing my degree in literature, I can honestly tell you, I had the pleasure of meeting my favorite teacher, professor of my life.
Oh,
I still remember my elementary school teachers, middle school. I remember all my teachers, but that professor, he said something in a class that it just, I mean, it hit me like a ton of bricks. And
okay. What did he say? Okay.
He said, get ready.
Uh-huh.
He said, grades are just letters on a piece of paper.
You need to post that on Facebook.
I honestly don't care.
Yeah, okay. You need to post that because I can't take notes right now. So you need to post that. Okay.
Yeah.
Grades are, go ahead.
The grades are just letters on a piece of paper.
Okay.
I really don't care what grade you take from my class. What I do care about is what you learn.
Oh my God, I just had goosebumps.
And
I wish everybody was like that, encouraging everybody, you know?
Yeah. He was the only teacher in my whole educational life that has ever said such a thing. It's like, I only care about what you learn.
Incredible. Is he alive? Are you getting in touch with him?
Alive. He's still alive. Yeah. He's 86. So
yeah.
sometimes it's a little hard to get a hold of him because he likes to travel often with his wife and
Nice. Yeah.
enjoying his retirement for sure.
But that's something you carry forward and you teach others.
Absolutely.
The same thing. Yeah, it's not about the numbers. Here it's all about the numbers. Now the education system is, don't even get me started, Raul.
Yeah.
Don't get me started. Yeah. So apart from that, I know that you like to read books.
Oh, I love it.
You love reading books. So what books actually influenced you into your personal growth journey?
I'll tell you the one, there's so many.
Yeah, give me 5. How about I let you give me 5?
There's the one that that started it all is Angela Duckworth's Grit.
Okay.
The power of passion and perseverance. That book, I cannot get enough of that book.
I don't think I read that book, unless it's been a long time that I forgot, because I don't miss these things normally. That's an incredible title.
It is.
Okay.
That started it all.
Okay.
2 years ago.
Okay.
2 years ago, I was on a trip to Ecuador.
Okay.
To a good friend's wedding.
Okay.
And one of the stops that I had to make was in New York.
Okay.
And so I'm just, I arrived from DC. I'm just casually walking around and just, I was early, so I had some time to kill and I was hungry. So I'm just casually looking around, walking around. And I don't know why, but for some reason I said, you know what? I have not read a book since the University of Maryland days, because all the endless all-nighters that the most famous all-nighters,
busy, yeah.
so many of those, it just fried my brain. That I literally just had these books and I just never pick them up because I'm thinking, books, I'm done.
Okay.
But here I am in this New York airport, and my eyes just immediately stop when I see that book, Angela Duckworth, Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance. I don't know why, but I just froze. And I looked at that book and I said, I think that I'm convinced. I have to read this book. Because I was just walking around and all of a sudden I just stopped and I looked at that.
Yeah, that's when the universe is giving you a message.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so that was 2 years ago.
Okay.
And that book, I'm telling you, Gabby,
I gotta grab it now. Okay, message it to me, the link. I've gotta grab it now. You got me all curious. Okay, and what are the other books?
So that's number 1. Number 2, Jay Shetty. You know Jay Shetty?
Yeah.
He's a wonderful, beautiful soul. Okay. I listen to his podcast like almost every day, every week.
Okay.
His book, Think Like a Monk, just phenomenal.
I didn't buy it, but now that you mention it, maybe I should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I follow him, like, I listen to some of his YouTube videos and things like that, but I never bought his book. Okay.
That's good.
And then,
Number 3, Your Best Year Ever by Michael Hyatt.
okay,
Phenomenal.
nice. Yeah.
The High Five Habit by Mel Robbins.
Okay. Those
Something
books. Okay.
that I do every day as well.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Have you ever high-fived yourself?
High five?
High five, yes. In the bathroom.
Oh, on the mirror?
Have you ever given yourself a high five?
Yeah, because I learned it from, I don't know if you ever heard of her, Louise Hay. She passed away a few years ago. She taught the mirror exercise, and also in being, certified success principles trainer. This is one of the things we teach. It's called the mirror exercise. Go to the mirror, talk to yourself. If you're embarrassed, somebody would hear you, just make sure, close the door, lock the door, and tell yourself how beautiful you are, how smart you are, how gorgeous you are. And yeah, and Louise used to kiss herself in the mirror. She had a mirror beside her laptop. And whenever she has a business call, she would talk to that mirror. The mirror is right there and the phone is right here. She would go talk to the mirror. She goes, okay, you beautiful, gorgeous young lady, you're going to kill this call right now. You're going to get this client. And she does. Like, I used to laugh a lot. Like, I have taken a course with her courses, and she is absolutely, so I learned it from her. Yeah. I don't practice it necessarily every day, especially like when you're not healthy. Like when I was sick, I didn't want to look at myself in the mirror, period. Since December, like, and then because I was hit 3 times actually, from December up until this past week, technically. So I didn't want to look in the mirror. So but it's a good practice for confidence. And it works. People may think like you're crazy, but it does work.
It really does.
Yeah, it really does. Okay, so what are the top 5 habits that you must do to make each day great?
These are so powerful.
Okay.
So these are like 2 combined into 1, because I do them one after the other, but my day just has to start with these 2.
Okay.
Prayer and meditation.
Okay, beautiful.
You cannot go through a day without doing at least those 2.
Yeah, me too.
In your morning or evening, either one.
Okay.
Reading, obviously.
Okay, now, good.
Journaling.
Okay.
Journaling. Planning your day, and I particularly use Brendan Burchard's journal.
Oh, really? It's sitting right there somewhere over there. I never used it.
No?
No. No, it is sitting somewhere over there. And then, like, I'm very much into my calendaring.
Okay.
Yeah, not only like for appointments, I put reminders. Yeah, I do reminders, and I do write, like I do write by day, like especially the top 5 things that I must do the next day. But I never used it. I don't know why I bought it, and I don't know why I haven't used it. Don't even go there. Okay. Okay, so you like it, eh? It's good.
I love Brendan Burchard's journal, and I highly recommend it. It's called the High Performance Planner.
Yeah, I know.
It just, what I love about it is it's a combination of, like you said, you have this calendar way of planning your day out. But as a complement to that, there is a very nice like check-in part with yourself.
Okay. Oh, nice.
My keyword for today is, and why did you choose that keyword today?
Oh.
Things like questions like that.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite questions that he asked is, who today needs my A game?
Oh.
Who needs my A game? And my answer to that is always, myself.
Myself, always. Oh.
Everybody needs us to be on our A game, but who needs it more than anybody? We do.
You do, yeah. I know we do, yeah, for sure.
We do.
Yeah.
So there's this like really in-depth check-in with yourself part of that planner. before you dive into here's
into
how my day's
your
gonna.
day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Absolutely fantastic. So you're talking like Jose a lot, because I heard Jose also list his day. Like for me, it is definitely prayer. No, gratitude. Thank you for a new day. Thank you for a blessed day. And then prayer, and then affirmations. So the meditation for me comes in the middle of the day and at night when I go to sleep. I would pray, and then I would put in meditation before I go to sleep. So, and my meditation differs each time. I use all the spiritual ones, and then a lot of them from Dr. Wayne Dyer, from what's his name? Oh my God, how come I could forget? I just deleted his email. Anyway, I have a few spiritual leaders who do an amazing with meditation and the deep breathing. It kind of relaxes you. I finished those, and reading, I think since mid-December up until now, I haven't touched reading, except now I'm reading the Happy Pocket Full of Money. Remember I posted it? Me and my mastermind group, yeah, that one, I just started reading that one. I have a lot of books that I have to read. So those are the ones. So
yeah, and I can't forget probably the most important one. Well, no, they're all important, but for your physical health, exercise.
Exercise, yeah. Okay, so I used to do walking every day by the lake, either by the lake or by garden. We have an absolutely beautiful garden, not too far, like a 5-minute drive from where I live actually, and or by the lake. But with the snow and everything now, I can't do that. So I just go in and go inside a mall, and I do brisk walks sometimes, or I do some exercise at home or things like that. But my favorite is walking in nature. And normally I would have a headset with affirmations or with something positive that I listen to while I'm doing my brisk walks. So yeah, it's been really cold here. I don't know about you guys.
Just as much here. I mean, I can tell you that one of the most amazing things besides those habits that I do in the morning is to take a cold shower.
Oh, my son does that. What is with, I could not do it. I tried it. He goes to me, Mom, it is really good for your blood. I know that's good for your blood circulation and for disinfect, but for some bizarre reason, I could not.
It's amazing once you get into the habit of it.
Yeah, ice cold. It's apparently really good for your blood circulation and for a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah.
You start your day. Okay. But no, I'm not going to do it. Seriously, I can't, Raul. Sorry. That one is a tough one for me. I couldn't do it. And
the reason I say it is because, it's been so cold here too, like teens, that, I have no interest in going outside to run. So what I have done,
that's true. Yeah.
I do these, I have I put on my YouTube channel on the TV, these low impact but high interval exercises that are like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it's like I get out of the shower. I am like literally drenched in sweat.
Oh.
So
that's true. Actually, I have been doing like online yoga. Yoga is one of my things because I can't do since the stupid pandemic, we can't do the live ones, which I used to do all the time. But now I do online, like, with the big screen, YouTube, and you can do that. It is so good.
It is so good.
It is so good.
I don't have to go outside. I can just work out here.
Work out here, I know, eh? Yeah. So another question I have for you is, what do you think people need to prioritize reading books in 2022 and beyond? Why should it be a priority for people to read books this year and forward?
There's so many reasons. But I think maybe the most important one is that I think when people take the time to read, you realize how much more we all have in common than we have different. Right? I mean, so much emphasis is put on how we're different.
I know.
And it creates so much tension and stress, and to discrimination, all of these things.
All of it. And then that's what I tell my son and his friends. And I tell them, can you guys, all this young generation, they're stuck with social media. Now they have something called freaking Clubhouse. They're there all the time and they're discussing all these things. And then they're on social media all the time and this and that. I said, like, can you guys like turn off your cell phones 1 hour, only 1 hour a day and read a book? You know how many books I bought for him? And then he's like a very sweet talker. Oh, yeah. I will start it today, Mom. I'll start it today. And he's never touched 7 of them brand new books that I bought. He's into Bible, though. At least I have to give him that credit. And he criticizes me for not being one of those, but he reads the Bible. That's the one thing that he reads on a daily basis. He tries to get something out of the Bible. But yeah, I will read it, Mom. I'll read it, sweet talker. It's been like, what, how many months? He's never touched any of the books that I got him. But yeah, and then especially the young generation, you know, they need to start learning like the power of reading. It does not have to be science or geography or this and that. There are so many other books like personal growth books, leadership books that are so simple and easy to read. You don't get bored because it's not like a 600-page book. And it can help them a lot because I think that the generation is lost. I don't know about what you see in your area, but what I see is that I don't see a lot of kids reading. I don't see a lot of kids, you know, doing meditation or stuff like that. I don't. It's very sad to me. Yeah. And so this is what we need to teach, honestly.
And allow me to share with you a quote that I saw recently that just emphasizes why people need to prioritize reading, especially kids, because they are so attached to these devices that, like you said, like you can do it for an hour or take a break. And it seems like an eternity to them between when they stop to when they'd like to use it again, right?
Exactly, yeah.
But this quote was from Bruce Lee.
Okay. Oh,
you know, right?
Oh yeah.
Bruce Lee once said, instead of buying your children all the things you never had, you should teach them all the things you were never taught.
Oh my God. I think I had seen this a long time ago somewhere, but I had goosebumps again. Yeah, absolutely incredible message. Share it on Facebook also one of these days. Share it because people need like reminders. Honestly, people need reminders because we tend to forget.
And there's a sub message too. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Material wears out, but knowledge stays.
Absolutely. Oh my God. I didn't know that guy was that smart, that wise.
Like Emilio says, that is just absolutely mic dropping. Like,
yeah, beautiful. I know, seriously. Yeah. So beautiful. Yeah, share that as well.
Mm-hmm. So
what is, before like we get it to the end, what is the most important lesson you learned in 2020? Let me just say 2020 and 2021. Since the pandemic.
Yes.
I know.
There were so many, but I will tell you the one that has hit me just the strongest and most influential. And I listened to it from the John Maxwell Leadership Podcast. If anybody has never listened to that, it is just absolutely amazing.
Okay.
To listen to the John Maxwell Leadership Podcast. I mean, if
I have all his books, but I haven't been to his podcast.
If you listen to the podcast, you just don't want to get enough of it. Like it is really deep stuff. And I say to myself, you don't have to be a business leader to get the value from what he shares in those podcasts. I mean, this is for anybody.
For anybody
wants to personally grow and find that leader within themselves, because I always say this to people, regardless of your position in your job, your career, whatever, you are a leader.
Yes.
You
Absolutely.
really are.
Yeah. You're a leader.
And in that podcast, there was something that he said that I was just like, that's been the biggest lesson I've learned. And it is that when it comes to making decisions, if your mind and your heart are not in
In sync?
are not on in sync, they're not on the same page, you can't make that decision.
I know. Oh my God, I tell that, especially when it comes to marriages. I had a friend who was crying. She was about to get married and she was crying. I told her, I asked her, is your brain telling you? She goes to me, my mind says, do it. What about your heart? She goes, no. I told her, then don't do it. She goes to me, but already, I already told my mom and my dad that I okay and this and that. I told her, no, I don't care. If your heart is telling you no, it is a big no. Because sometimes your conscious mind is telling you okay, this is a smart way to do things, but you have to go deep within. If the two of them are not in sync, it's not a good idea to do whatever it is you're planning to, not only about relationships, but in anything. Both your heart, I agree with that. That is absolutely fantastic. Your heart and your mind have to be in sync. Then you know this is for you, whether it's business, whether it's anything. Relationship or anything. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, I know that we can talk forever. So how do you want people to describe you? What do you want people to know about Raul? As a final word, I have two personal questions that I always ask at the end of my podcast, but how do you want the listeners to think of Raul? Who is Raul? In 2-3 sentences.
Raul is one of those people that you need in your circle.
Yes, you do.
I think we all have many circles. You have your work circle, your hobby circle, your friend circle, so many circles, but then we all have that circle, right? Yeah. You know that you have that circle of people that no matter what, you can talk to them.
You can talk to them and you trust them.
You trust them.
Yes, I attest to that. That is true. You need Raul in your circle, everybody, for sure.
2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, it doesn't matter. I need to talk to somebody.
Talk to me. I know there are a lot of people who are they don't have somebody they can trust to talk to, especially now.
The people that you identify as being in that circle in your life, I'm one of those people.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So I think all the younger generation need to listen to you and to listen to Gio, because I think they have an issue. What I find from my son and his age group, they don't want to listen to somebody who is 50, 60 years old. It's a totally different generation. But they would listen to somebody in their late 20s, 30s, up to 40s, early 40s. That is what they would listen to, up to 45 maybe. But if anybody is a lot old, or they don't think the way we do, things have changed a lot. That's the answer you get, right? Yeah. So it is a good idea that the young generation know that, people like you and like Gio, like Jose, like a lot of the other younger ones, they can trust you, they can talk to you, and you can save a lot of lives that are things are going really bad since the pandemic, Raul. It is really bad. Depression, anxiety has multiplied. What multiplied? Quadrupled. So because most of them, they don't know, they don't tell their parents they're going through a thing. Some of them, they don't. If they tell a friend, that friend goes and makes fun of them, then they end up killing themselves. Oh my God. Don't get me. This is a subject very hard for me to talk about. But yes, you need a Raul in your corner, in your circle. So that's that. That was absolutely beautiful conversation. Thank you so much. I have 2 questions to ask you that I ask everybody. I don't know why I have to ask those 2 questions. I hope you haven't watched any of the videos, so you don't know in advance. I like to shock people. So, okay, so if there are three countries from across the planet that you want to visit before you die, that like you really want to visit those countries before you die, what countries would they be? Woohoo!
Oh boy.
I know. I love that. I love it. Okay, go ahead. Shoot it.
Egypt.
You know what? You're my guy. You are my guy. I think you're probably the fourth, the fifth people that only said Egypt. The rest of them are like, I will tell you later, but Egypt, I love Egypt because it's all history, right? There is so much history in there. Yeah.
History. It's like you just cannot like not go to Egypt. Like
I know. Oh my God. Yes, Egypt is number one. Okay, what would be the second?
The second one, I would say Thailand.
Thailand. Okay.
Thailand.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I love the food. I love the food.
The Thailand. Okay. The food. Okay.
I mean, I just love food from everywhere, but
okay.
I really like Thai food, and the few people from Thailand that I've met, they're just beautiful, such beautiful souls.
Okay.
And I'm just like, yeah, I can see myself just living there, or
living there or something. Okay.
Just feeling at home.
Okay. Okay. Go.
So yes.
The third?
Egypt, Thailand, and the third one. Oh, this is a tough one.
I know.
Oh.
There are so many beautiful places to visit in this world.
So many places, and I hope I can get to these three and more.
Okay.
But I guess I would say Brazil.
Brazil.
Yes.
Yeah, that is one of mine too. It's like one of my my list because I have never been to Brazil or any of the Latin speaking I think if life gets normal, I think my first would be to visit those places, like, yeah. Excellent, Brazil. My God, those are very good choices. Egypt, Thailand, and Brazil. They are doable.
They are so doable.
They are doable. Yeah, it's very easy. It's very easy.
With the nice group too.
Yeah, with a group. Yeah, I think it would be because I speak the language, so you wouldn't have a problem. Because yeah, Arabic is I speak, that is my third language. I think it is Arabic.
So you speak English, French?
No French. No
French.
So so my mom is Ethiopian, so I speak Amharic and I speak Tigrinya, 2 languages.
Oh yes.
And then Arabic, and then English. English is actually my 4th language, to tell you frankly.
You are amazing.
Oh, thank you. But I grew up like, I think it is when you grow up, the foundation of your education makes a huge difference. So the foundation, I grew up in a Catholic school, although the nuns, Italian nuns, it was an Italian run Catholic school, although I did not have good experience because they used to beat the hell out of me. And a lot of things, but it was schooling was really, that's where I picked up my accent, by the way. And then but the school was really serious and hard, and I think except for grade 5, from grade 1 to grade 6 I was the first in my class. Except for grade 5 I was the second, and my mom had to go to fight because she told them, how is she becoming second when everything is 100 out of 100, all her tests? They told her, oh, she talks too much in class. So because of that, they made me the second in class because apparently I was talkative, like, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, so to get back to our subject, I think it is the foundation. What were we at? Like, why did I lose? What were we talking about?
The countries that I would visit.
Yeah. So yeah, the countries you visit. Oh, the language. So you would have a translator, moi.
Yes.
And yeah, you have a translator. So we could go as a group, actually.
No,
You know
yeah.
what? We could rent a bus and go for tours and visit all those, this. And Egypt has the best cotton in the world, followed by India. So that your mom, you buy her cotton materials from there, she would love you forever. Yeah, and then the food is incredible, not to forget that. So yeah, that would be amazing in the future, God willing. So that is that. Okay, my last question would be, if you had one dream that you would love to fulfill before you die, that you're not working on right now, but it's a dream of yours, one dream before you die, what would it be?
To be with my better half.
Oh, do you have one right now that is not? Oh, so, oh, I don't have a daughter. Definitely, I would have wanted you for my daughter, but I don't. I only have one son. Oh, you will find the right person. You are an angel. You never know, like you're going to find the right woman. She just has to be good, because she better be, because she will have a lot of mothers-in-laws, including from Canada. Yeah, she has to be spiritual. She has to be, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I tell my son. I tell him, Michael, I don't care what nationality you're going to bring me. I don't care, as long as she has a good heart, she has a good mind, and she has values, and she comes from a family that have some values, she is welcome. Yeah, those are what we look at, right?
Absolutely.
So they're very, this anyway,
the same thing to me. It doesn't matter if she's not Latina. I like you. I grew up Catholic, and I'm still Catholic.
I am not Catholic. My son is.
Oh, your son?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. My son is, because I had to have him. They wouldn't take him. I'm an Orthodox, but they had to have him baptized for him to get into Catholic school here in Canada. So I had to have him baptized Catholic, but I grew up in a Catholic school. You were not forced to, you're not forced to be Catholic. You can be, there were even Muslim girls in my class. They, except when it's religion time, we don't leave, but the Muslim girls would leave. But for us, the rest of us, Protestant, Orthodox, everybody, they can still stay and learn the Bible. The Muslims, then they leave during that session. They go outside, play soccer or whatever. But it was not like that. But here, you have to be a Catholic baptized to go to a Catholic school, which I find very stupid, because every Christian there is one God, there is one but you have to be Catholic. So that's how my son. Anyway, but it doesn't matter.
Tell me the same thing, so like, it doesn't matter if she's Egyptian, Thai, or Brazilian.
I know.
As long as she's got great values and she's a great person and loves you for who you are, then it doesn't matter what shape or color she is. I just want you to be happy with this person. And if she's not in your life, it's because God is still, doing his thing so that you can find her eventually.
I find from my experience, I think we took a lot longer, sorry about that, but I find from my experience and the kind of jobs that I had, I worked in 4 different countries, right? I've worked in 4 different countries. So the people from that area, the Latino speaking, Filipinos, a lot of Filipinos also I worked with. And the South Asians, I find that they have a very good family value. They're very much into family and friends. So that is what I love about that area. So I haven't been, unfortunately, I haven't been to the Philippines. I haven't been to any of even Mexico, that's not too far. I haven't been, but the only place in Asia I have been is Hong Kong, China. Hong Kong, when it was still under the British colony, just before China took over, that's when I visited. That's it. I have never been like in that area, but it's in my dream to visit a lot of those countries, hopefully. Yeah. So yeah, you will find your better half very soon. We're gonna help you on that. No, my job is actually to, I'm very much an energy reader. Even through the screen, I can read somebody's energy. And then I decide whether I trust this person or not. Like, I think that's a gift I had from my childhood. We didn't know about it then. And yeah, so so I can find out about her. You can introduce me through the thing. I'm just joking. Okay. Any last word? We gotta, I think we took a lot, took a lot longer than answered, but it was just a normal conversation. It was fun. Yeah. Any advice? Just one last advice to our listeners before we say goodbye.
I would just say, make it a passion every day to wake up with gratitude.
Absolutely. That is absolutely beautiful. Thank you. Yeah.
So many things that can happen in our lives that are negative, that if we focus on them, then they do feel more, they feel worse than what they truly are.
Yeah,
absolutely. It really helps you go through your day more positively if we just wake up and count our blessings instead of our problems.
Exactly. Like we sleep in a nice bed. What about all those children who don't have a bed? They're sleeping on a floor with their families. We take a hot shower. There are a lot of children in this planet. They don't have clean water to drink. There are, I was working for UNICEF, so I have seen a lot of ugly stuff in my lifetime. So you have to be grateful. Wake up and say thank you and bless my day today. When you eat food in my home, we're not like nobody with me, my son, we're not allowed before we say thank you and say a full prayer when we eat, whether it's lunch or dinner, even like if it's a snack, thank you. Because there are a lot of kids in this planet that they can't find, even in my network in Facebook, there are people who are doing that, helping children. At least they can have one decent meal a day. Okay, I only have one son, but I'm very passionate about children and I'm very passionate about older people 70 and above. So it just, when I think about children not having like shoes and not having like 2 meals a day, forget about 3, and then it just breaks my heart and I'm getting emotional and I think we should say goodbye. Oh. I know, I just get emotional. I'm very passionate about children and older people.
Me too.
Yeah. So gratitude, people. I agree with Raul. Wake up, say thank you. When you go to sleep, say thank you. When you're eating a decent meal, say thank you. And think of all those that are unfortunate. So gratitude is the title of this, as chosen by the one and only Raul. So thank you so much, Raul, for being. That was a lovely, casual conversation. It was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you for this platform. Don't think about the numbers of how many listeners you have, because the message gets sent.
They get sent, exactly.
And we may not know about it, but this casual conversation could mean the world to
exactly. And people are sick and tired of the seriousness of life, like, honestly, like for me, I have to laugh in between me crying.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And then I am sure, like when your book is ready, which is going to be very soon now, we're going to have another one here. We're going to have another podcast. Okay. And talk about the book.
And I will sign my book for you with great pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. I will be posting Raul's bio and all his social media links. Get in touch with him. He's a lovely gentleman. And if you have youngsters that are struggling, connect them with Raul. He will be of great help. And stay blessed until the next episode. I wish you grace, peace, and balance. Bye.
And by the way, for folks that know me, please follow Gabby's podcast.
Oh yeah, thank you. Podcast and the YouTube channel.
Yes. Because if you really enjoyed this conversation like I have tonight, then you will also enjoy Gabby's other YouTube
interviews,
as well. That's my homework. I'm going to check out the other ones.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Yeah.
Bye.